Well, let's come back to those hostages in a moment. But speaking about this whole narrative that Israel is intentionally withholding aid from Palestinians as part of some evil plot, like some of these letters seem to be suggesting, former child climate activist Greta Thunberg is now edging closer and closer to Gaza on board a ship that aims to break the siege and deliver a, quote, symbolic amount of, well, milk cartons and protein bars. And she conducted this interview with Al Jazeera from her boat, the Madeleine.
If someone, IOF or allies with Israel, decides to attack us, then it is just another example of the disrespect of international law and human rights.
And isn't that what this is all about, Alex? Provoking Israel. There's a live boat tracker and it shows how far Greta and her fellow activists are. They still have quite a long way to go to reach land. Alex, as much as I think we'd all like to ignore her at this point, this voyage is getting a lot of attention because of who Greta is. What do you make of it all?
Well, I'd love to give you a serious answer, but I think, looking at that footage, it's hard to keep a straight face. It's like something out of a South Park episode. Greta sailing on a luxury yacht through the Mediterranean to try to end the war in Gaza, like it's ludicrous. But as you say, it shouldn't be ignored. And the reason why it shouldn't be ignored is not because of Greta or anything she might do. I think the Israeli army is canny enough to know that she's looking for confrontations. She's looking to make herself a martyr and a hero. And I think they'll do something clever and not play into that. I hope they turn the boat around in a safe fashion and let her go back to Santorini and enjoy herself, which I think she desperately needs. But the concern that I have arising from all this is how many other young people throughout the world have equally shallow, superficial views and have also formed this irrational connection to the Palestinian cause, totally divorced from any history and facts or legal arguments, totally irrespective from any connection to the Jewish people or the Palestinians, any exploration of the ground and the issues and so forth. I think this is the world we live in, where increasingly influencers are the ones setting the agenda and seducing millions of young people to take absurd political positions that are contrary to their own interests and their own identities. And we're seeing online, this movement to rehabilitate Osama bin Laden as some great prophet. We're seeing the rise of neo-Nazism, the glorification of Adolf Hitler, and the way that Hamas is being lionized as being some bastion of resistance and human rights and civility and honor that young people, liberals, wide as Greta Thunberg is, are fawning over these people and boosting them and supporting them. That's what concerns me, the millions of young people who are being seduced by this nonsense. I think that will remain with us for generations to come.
Yeah, I mean, what exactly is she going to do anyway if she were to make her landfall in Gaza? Is she going to scream at Israeli forces there, "How dare you," like she screamed in her climate protesting? It doesn't make any sense. But look, Alex Rivchin, I really appreciate your time. We didn't have time to talk much about those hostages that were recovered, but very sad to see that news too. Appreciate your time tonight.
Thank you so much.